In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can learn your way up in the trades. It doesn't matter whether you're a plumber, electrician, HVAC tech, landscaper, window glazer, roofer, it doesn't matter. There are opportunities for you to increase your value by learning certain things and moving up in the trades. And in this video, that's what I'm going to talk about, and we're going to talk about it right now. So whether you're just getting started in the trades or you've been in the trades for a while, you know there are people that make more money than you. At least I hope you understand that. My thing is, do you understand why they make more money? Do you understand what it takes to get to the point that you can become the highest paid person there? Because you can, and that opportunity is there for you if you take it. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but the most important thing to remember is all you've got to do is learn your way up. Whether you're wanting to get into the trades or already in it, it really doesn't matter. Start thinking about this now, because education and knowledge are something that the more you get, the more valuable you are to the people that you work for. So I'm going to talk about some things today. And the very last one is probably the biggest one. But what I want you to remember is this is how you increase your value. Now, if you hadn't subscribed to my channel yet, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, because I bring value to people like you that want to do better, people that want to learn, people that want to grow, and people that want to learn how to do things right. What I want you to think about is, look at it this way. If you get into the trades or you're just getting started in it, think about getting up every morning and trying to learn about the trade that you're in. What can you do to learn more? There are new tools coming out all the time. I'm telling you, when I started plumbing 40 years ago, there's tools out now that we hadn't even thought about at the time. At least if we had, nobody told me about them. But what new tools can you learn about? Are there new tools out there that can help you install your pipe faster, that can help you lay a roof faster, that can help you pull wire faster? What kind of tools are out there that can increase your value to your employer if you have that tool? Now, I've talked to some of the best technicians in the United States, and most of them have every tool with them that they need to help them do their job. A lot of these tools you would think, well, that ought to be something supplied by the company. These technicians are like, look, if I want to get out there and have zero downtime, I need to have these tools, so they invest in them, and that's a smart idea. Know what tools are out there that can increase your value and help you grow to where you can make more money. Materials. That's number two. What materials are changing? I got to tell you, when I first started plumbing, I remember we were still putting cast iron in underground. We still do that on the big commercial jobs, at least the biggest one that I was ever on. We did, and that was just a few years back. But I remember when I first started plumbing in Garland, building townhouses and condos, we put cast iron underground and then converted to PVC above ground. It was funny because I remember the inspector coming out saying, Garland will never go PVC. It's new. They're afraid it's going to break. They're afraid it's not going to last. Well, I got to tell you, the PVC lasts longer than cast iron now. So here's the deal. Learn what new materials are coming, get used to them, learn everything you can about them. So when you have the opportunity to have some input as to what's being installed and why it's being installed, you can talk about this product better than anybody there. The other one is equipment. Now, equipment is huge. What kind of new equipment is out there that can do things different than the way we normally do it? Have you ever talked to these plumbers that you look at and you say, like, why do you do it that way? Well, that's the way we've always done it. Guys, the future looks different. We're doing things different all the time. And with new equipment, with new materials, with new tools, we can do things different. And if you're the first person in your town, in your area, doing things like that, guys, that gives you a leg up. Now, all these things that I'm talking about, here's how you become good at them, or here's how you learn about them. Get up every morning and study 30 minutes to an hour about your trade, your profession, whatever it is. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm just saying if you'll do this for about a year, you can put yourself in the top 5% of the people in your trade in the nation. That's a good spot to be in, because that's going to help you make more money in the long run. The other two things that I'm going to tell you that can really bring value to you and help you grow, number one is education, construction management. And look, I own a residential service company, but a lot of things that I do are things that I learned with a college course in construction management. And it helped me a lot. It taught me about how to manage people, paradigm shift. What is it that's changing and what can we do to get ahead of it? How do you motivate people? How do you entice people? How do you look at a job from an open mindset and say, hey, this is where we can make money, but you know what? Look at this area here. We've got to be really careful here because of this. What are those factors? What is your most expensive cost on a job? How can you help keep that cost down? One of the biggest things that I learned in construction management was how to bring in a job on time, under budget, and safely. And if you can learn to do that, you are a valuable person for the people that you work for. Now, the last one, and this is one that really you probably wouldn't think about with the trades, but we've actually started training our people on it, and I see benefits already, and that's leadership training. What kind of books are you reading? What are you listening to get your mind going in the morning? I've been plumbing for 40 years, and for about 37 of those years, I got up and listened to rock music or country music or stuff like that on the way into work every day. For the last 2 or 3 years, I've been listening to motivational. I've been listening to leadership training. I've been listening to things like that. Now, I know it sounds crazy and you're thinking, you know what, Roger? I don't want to be you.
Well, you don't have to be.
You can do these other things and not do the other things I'm talking about. You can do the first few things and not the last 2 things I'm talking about. You'll still do good. But if you want to be a well-rounded person that moves up in the trade that you're in to possibly even an ownership position one day. Remember, I joined the union in 97. When I walked out of the union to open my own company, I had moved up to director of operations. That's a big step up. But guys, it's education, it's knowledge, it's training, it's learning that can help you get there. Like I said, if you want to move up, it's up to you. Nobody can stop you. You are the only one who can say, look, I can't do that. If you can't get up and study about new tools, new materials, and new equipment, then you're right, you can't. If you tell yourself, I can't do a construction management course, then you know what, you're right, you can't. And if you tell yourself, I can't read a book and learn about leadership, you've already made up your mind. But here's the deal. If you want to bring more value to your employers, if you want to create more value for yourself, that's what it takes. How do you learn? How do you grow? How do you do good? I got to tell you, the leadership books I've been reading here lately, John Maxwell, Jim Rohn, some Navy SEALs. I mean, gosh, these are great books and they get my mindset in a place where I want to do good. I want to come in and do good for my company, do good for my people, do good for the employees that look at me and want to know, how do I become a better plumber? And these are the kind of things that help. If you've got any other tips or tricks that you think have been really good for you, do me a favor, leave me a comment down below. Tell me either what was it you studied, what was it you learned, or what book was it you read. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.